Hello friends, this is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV's Dawntrail expansion, where we are here in the Everkeep, ready to take on this dungeon, or this trial rather. Enter with a party of NPCs, just the whole gang is here. We got Book tanking as an intrepid and Graha as an all-rounder. This is fortunately unspoiled. I have no idea what kind of fight this is going to be, what the mechanics are, or what the no doubt incoming second phase is going to be when he goes Super Saiyan and transforms like the snake guy. King of Resolve, Zoraal Ja.
Come at me with your all. I will make you kneel.
I like the fire, I mean, I was joking about the Super Saiyan thing, but he does kind of look like he's powering up or whatever. I've never seen Dragon Ball or whatever the Super Saiyan thing comes from. I think it's Dragon Ball. If it's not, I really apologize. Oh, look at this. We're in... I was going to say we're in a square, but we're in... I remember the math lesson where someone told me, where my instructor told me that a diamond wasn't a shape. This was like middle school math, and she insisted that diamonds are not shapes, that it's all a square or rhombus or something. Or that diamond is not the kind of shape she was talking about. Anyway, let's leave bad math aside. And...
let the victor's reign be sanctioned by the blood of the fallen.
And that's the other thing we can let happen.
I need more power.
Soul overflow, no backing down. Double-edged swords. Oh, this is going to be, yeah. I saw that come even before the second one. Patricidal Peak. That's kind of a cell phone to call that an ability.
I need more.
Just a fit of peak. This is just an AoE, right? Soul overflow.
What visions are these?
The first promise born to sit the throne and be a great dawn servant. These are all the... Yeah.
Is this my weakness given shape?
It's all you hoped you would be. Oh shit. Yep.
This will hurt.
I survived by strength of will. I appreciate that I get one chance here. I just wasn't even looking at that. I was excited by the mechanics. Vorpal Trail. The swords are going along the side. And then I get in a bit. Yeah, that's a neat way to do that little mechanic. Double-edged sword. Oh, you're going back out. I got hit by that, I think. That is awesome. What a cool new little mechanic.
No limits will bind me.
We mustn't hold back.
Right, there's the people.
Be gone, along with my pitiful past.
First promise born to sit the throne, none can compare, yeah. All of your hopes. Question is, when do we go? Okay. Did she totally just get hit by the mechanic? I think she did. She didn't get a vulnerability stack though, so maybe it's okay. Okay, just go in there. And when do they go back out? Oh shit. Oh no, I got hit. I got hit by it again. Luckily my prior vulnerability stack had worn off. I thought I was safe, but I was I think one layer too far. Or one layer too close. One layer off. Listen to this music. This is a pretty banging song. Big soul overflow coming here. Phase 2? Oh, yeah, the image of the true victim here. Are we gonna see? This is great. This is great.
I am the worthy king.
It's pure ego. I never thought I'd see.
Miracle.
There but for the grace of Bakul Ja Ja. No, there but for the grace of God go Bakul Ja Ja, I should say.
This is my path.
You can't kill even the image of him. Yes, you can. That big old bowling ball head on
Trust
the
only
kid.
in myself.
He's powering up.
It's mine, the ultimate power.
It's all merged into himself. It no longer looks like a suit of armor, it's all him. Oh boy.
This power is proof of my authority.
This power is proof that you stole a bunch of people's souls. This is the power you sought? Yeah. Smiting circuit. Readies his blade. Is this going to be a memorization thing? Oh. He controls the blades. Alright, so if they're... I think that's the radius of which they're in. So this is like the middle column. Okay. Gotcha.
Creation yields to my command.
Dawn of an Age. What is this? Setting up a smaller zone here?
This will hurt.
Hi? Is this the wormhole to the other place? What, I don't know what's happening, but this is awesome. Is this... Oh, let me get out of those. And let me get ready to go into them, because they probably are going to move, right, afterwards. Is something going to come out of the wormhole? Volok.
My will resonates within reality.
The distorted world comes into synchrony. I don't know what that... I've never heard that word, but I think I know what it means. Observe the ether, see where you're safe. I didn't observe the ether or see where I was safe. Oh, is it going to be like here? It's going to get mirrored here?
I have you now.
That's my guess. Keep calm, watch the flow of ether. Yes!
Mine is the path.
Gateway. What's coming from the gateway? How many gateways are there? There's 2 of them. I think in the middle is safe, right? I mean, no, I guess Ashtola's... No, I think in the middle is safe. Let's trust our gut here.
You underestimate me.
Oh, no. So I think here is safe, right? Oh, nope. Oh, no, I see. No. This is safe. Yes, because it warps. It's following the tracks. It's not about a cross mark. It's about where so there is safe and here is safe. I love this mechanic. I love the follow the lines mechanic. I like connecting the dots. What can I say? I'm a simple man. Oh, I love that. Okay. Half full. Here we go the other. I didn't see. I got lucky there that I didn't get hit. Was he waving his arms? Imbues his blade with his powers. I think the middle is okay, right? Oh, and I got lucky again with the half circuit. So you're pointing it in the front direction, and we have to get out. Yes! I'm feeling good about this. I feel like I'm getting some of this.
This will hurt. Mine is the power.
Are you all right?
There really are so many parallels to, I'm looking for signs. There's just so many parallels to Zoraal Ja's path that, again, Zoraal Ja is the hero we ended up getting. Blade Warp. I don't know what Blade Warp is. Shoot both of these. Blades are coming from... Alright, this is safe. And this is safe. I think I have the safe square. And next... I was wrong on one of them. Alright, so this is safe. And... this is safe? Nope, I was wrong again. I think I saw why I was wrong, but I was definitely wrong. I'm tempted to leave and let the others take it, but I'll be a good party member.
Try this.
I saw what I had to do there, I just didn't do it correctly. I don't... This is awesome. This is an awesome trial. Mechanically, this is just a joy. Bitter Reaping. Alright, what's... Oh, right, 2 tanks. Alright, so we have to be on this half and this half, so I think we have to be over here. Oh no, it depends on which of those is coming to us. Oh no, other side. Shoot! I saw a little bit too late. Alright, we got this. We got this. Oh, interesting. They treat that as a gateway boss. We get to start from here.
This power is proof of my authority.
I could die for hours to this fight. This music is. It took a second to kick in for me, but
Creation yields to my command.
now that's part of the fun of getting used to a fight is that the more you're used to the mechanics, the more you can focus on the other parts of the fight, on the visuals and everything around it. So I want to look for where is a safe zone and where that's going to pull down. So the safe zone's going here. This is a safe zone getting warped. Yes. Our other safe zone. There's a safe zone there. Let's go over here. And when there's multiple of them, I think I have to track one safe zone, then the next. Create the line, and then within that line, where's the next safe zone? Actually, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Yeah, this is... It does seem like he's just drawing on the power of a bunch of reflections, maybe? Is that where the gateways go to? Also, where's that chest? What's that thing in his chest? I shouldn't be taking screenshots here, but... Yeah, what's that? What is in your chest? Is it like, it's like a glassy thing? Something like that. Here we go, this is the tough part. This is the part that got me last time. Alright, so this is going to be here. The safe zone is here, and the safe zone within this lane is here. I think this is safe. Yes! Oh, shoot. Here and here. Yeah! Alright, here we go. This is the other part. Resonate with where? Which of them? Alright, so we want to be on this half and this half. We just got to make the decision quickly. Alright, and this half and this half. Half full, I think I want to be over here, right? Yeah! That went surprisingly smoothly. That was great. I don't care if that went smoothly. That was a fantastically cool fight. All the little twisty turny mechanics. Did I not even notice he didn't... I didn't even notice he was missing. He was born as a blessed sibling without a second head. There was no reason to him. He was just resolve. I didn't even recognize that until just now. Oh, it's just the severed... Oh my gosh. That's what he sees himself as. He sees himself as... He should have been a miracle, but the miracle doesn't really matter. Screw the miracle. I am the miracle, but the miracle doesn't really matter. There is no miracle. It really is pure ego. It's not pure ego. I get that there's the feeling of like frustration with being high expectations, but again, it's really there but for the grace of me, go Bakul Ja Ja. If we hadn't kicked his ass, I think he would have still been, well, us and Zoraal Ja. Bakul Ja Ja was just always a bit short. Okay, but now he's the strongest he's ever been. Brother. He's used up all his souls. It's finally over. He truly held nothing back. If only you'd found another way. Still alive, but I don't think there's any coming back for him. And I don't think there should be. I thought Bakul Ja Ja went too far in unleashing Vala Garmanda. This is even way beyond that. Though it's really just a matter of luck. If we hadn't stopped Vala Garmanda, Bakul Ja Ja's impact would have been far worse than what this ended up being.
It is to be defeat.
I'm not forgetting something. We haven't heard anything about Zoraal Ja's mother, have we? If there is one. They knew what they were doing with his little hands and his big ass head.
Do you weep?
Because it hurts. Because I don't understand why it had to be this way. Why don't I know you?
I still think it's a possibility that he's not actually the father.
Why didn't you want me?
How could I be a father?
Never mind.
When my own sent me.
You can break the cycle. Easier said than done. I totally get that.
Nothing. No throne. No legacy. Nothing. And so, I had nothing to leave you.
He really saw... Boy, did he misunderstand his own dad. Wow, this is one unperceptive Zoraal Ja. And I get that a lot of us are super unperceptive when it comes to our own family. It's very easy to be, so close to something and not see and just be so lost in all of it. But like, boy, did you misread him.
Why does that matter?
Yeah, not like he gives a crap. He doesn't care if you were a penniless, just whatever.
Couldn't you have just been there?
You ask a lost man for the way.
It really is just about... I am not a parent. And I am the worst person to give this, to pass on this advice, because I'm bad about it with friends, with family that I do have. But showing up is, for a kid who's looking up to you, that matters more than anything you can pass on to them.
I do not presume to call you mine, nor do I desire anything of you. But I leave behind that which I've gained by the sweat on my brow. It is yours to embrace or spurn.
Was that... You mean like the Alexandrian crown? His smile is so cute.
I walked a path of ruin.
Yeah, you did. Sweet rings, though.
unable to surpass further.
Because you thought of it as a contest. So did Wook, though, and Wook is much healthier than you.
So much for the resilient sun, the miracle.
It's really tough to get over those kind of when the expectations are all you hear. But he was on a great path. Even just, he was at a point where he was going to see the being like the respected leader of the Landsguard, high in the society as not as like a binary. He surpassed his father, he didn't, and that role, like a trusted counselor in the city, leader of the Landsguard, that would have been on the not surpassing side. He got into this all or nothing thought trap. Oh my god, the little hug.
Papa left you nothing? You God's damned fool! You have the one thing he couldn't leave anyone else. You and Zoraal Ja.
Is this like like a biological line? Hold on, I'm still looking at it in the background. You have the one thing he couldn't leave anyone else. He left you, and he left Zoraal Ja. You have you and Zoraal Ja? I don't quite understand that.
It's not over.
Is she saying that... I'm not sure of the grammar. She's saying you and Zoraal Ja have the one thing he didn't leave anyone else. He couldn't leave anyone else, and then she left it blank? Or is she saying you have the one thing he couldn't leave anyone else? That thing is you and yourself and Zoraal Ja. I'm not sure which of those she's saying. Is Sphene here? I don't think she's going to be the final boss. I really don't. I know that it seems like it should be looking that way. It has to be. She has to be, though.
Queen Sphene?
Is she going to do the soul suck? For Alexandria?
Zoraal Ja is gone. There's no need to fight anymore.
She's gonna try to take over, isn't she? Ah, crap.
Sphene? Why are you here?
Like, because she still wants the thing he was gonna get. Why are you smiling?
I wanted to express my gratitude to you all for vanquishing the King of Resolve and delivering my people.
I don't like this. I don't dislike it story-wise. I mean, I'm uncomfortable with where this is going. For getting him out of the way, that sort of thing.
And to express my regret for what I've done to yours.
Right.
Your apologies won't bring back our dead or lessen your guilt. Still, to strike you down in revenge would trigger all-out war between our nations. More innocents would suffer.
I also don't think you could strike her down. She's like in the machine.
Even if we cannot be friends right now, we need to find a different path forward. A way that Tural and Alexandria can coexist.
I fear that can never be.
Yeah, there we go.
What do you mean?
I don't know why, though. It's because she still wants the souls. Like, she feels bad about it, but she still wants that. She feels like there's no coexistence.
There is no other path for us. It's too late. I cooperated with Zoraal Ja because I needed the life force yielded by the slain to sustain the endless.
And here's where you get to the ultimate problem with the regulators, is that it needs a steady... It doesn't need that. You could get on by, like, you could create, like, societal incentives to increase the birth rate, create incentives to... Then it becomes almost like a soul pyramid scheme then. Not necessarily. Can you reuse souls? No. Once you use a soul, it's used up. You could also try to live peacefully. I mean, your people are living pretty peacefully as is. Like, if you do that, you wouldn't necessarily need all the deaths. You could be more sparing with it, but you want your people to be eternal. And that requires essentially endless souls to supply the endless.
Of course, the king betrayed me, and with his army defeated, that plan can no longer be realized.
So how are you going to do it? Are you going to make a deal with one of the other reflections, or...?
But I can't. I won't fail my people. Be they possessed of flesh or no, all of them are dear to me.
And I don't think they're going to go this route, obviously, but I feel like you get a fair number of volunteers. Like, people who will come here. No, but come here for, like, a promise at the high-tech society with a chance, like, maybe there's a lottery system or something, some incentive so that if you work hard enough, you might get to be a recipient rather than a donor. I don't know. I feel like there's ways around this without whatever nonsense you're about to pull.
If there is something I can do for them, as their queen, I must do it.
But develop peaceful alliances. Now if you're all stuck in the idea that the endless is the most important. But it's a really interesting idea. My cat's yelling at me.
Hear me, Sphene. We appreciate your commitment to serving the Alexandrians and have endeavored to understand your beliefs.
She really
Be
has.
that as it may, you must know it's wrong to sacrifice our living to save your dead.
They're not dead to her.
I see.
They're just another form of living.
It's because you do not know them that you believe they're dead.
Yeah, they're only dead on a technicality. It's basically like having... It's from the Sphene's perspective. And I'm not even saying this is a wrong perspective. In a world where you can sustain someone, it's equivalent then to them being already alive and diseased. With, like, imagine that you have someone who's really sick and needs an expensive, needs a really expensive regular procedure, like chronically ill, needs a regular expensive procedure to keep them alive. From her perspective, it's like she's saying, well, just pull the plug. They're not really alive. Because my cat is very shouty at the moment. Yeah, from her perspective, it's like having this ill population, a large population that's sick, that needs this medical procedure to stay alive, and it's expensive. And so they're going to go out and they're going to, they're going to go out and get money, rob people to get money by however means necessary. And I totally understand. I totally understand in this case why Sphene doesn't see them as dead, and how that distinction is just purely artificial to her, and Alizé badly misunderstanding. And I kind of agree. I almost a little bit agree that I don't know. I certainly lean towards it being a reasonable perspective.
So long as they are remembered, they shall never die.
And so you just want, oh my god, this is the Ascians all over. This is destroy everyone else no matter what. Let them be wiped from memory and from history, and as long as we survive, it's all worth it. As long as me and mine.
You understand, don't you?
Because of Kafkiwa?
No matter what anyone may say, I refuse to believe that Kafkiwa's is a hollow existence. That she can simply be allowed to fade away.
Your Majesty.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria, and my desire to protect my people transcends all others.
She doesn't even call herself Sphene. That's really interesting. She acknowledges... So she does acknowledge that there's a distinction between the people themselves and their memories. I would have thought she would have broken down that barrier and said just, I am Queen Sphene, but no, she's even more aware than that. This is really interesting.
For them, I will do anything. No price is too high.
Quark would be very upset with you. You've betrayed the rules of acquisition. I don't know what that is. I think that it's something that facilitates the soul yoinking.
7 hells.
I don't know where she's sending it off to. Is she sending it off to another...
What is it?
There exists a legend in Alexandria. In ages past, faced with a calamity in their world, a clan of people used a singular power to flee to ours.
This is where we're getting to the Garland stuff.
The key which manifests this power answers to fervent desires.
Maybe?
Desperate, all-consuming supplications that have given rise to many a miracle.
Is it a people or is it just a...
That key holds the secret to interdimensional fusion, and unraveling its mysteries was the foremost mission of the scientists of preservation. Alas, they failed to fully grasp its workings, leaving us with only partial control over it. Nevertheless, if I'm to sustain the inhabitants of living memory, I have no choice but to call upon its power.
And do what with it?
I mean, kill and conquer, right? Reap and harvest. There's that... They love that... They love the shot of the zoomed up fist, don't they? A little bit too much.
But it was all to no avail. My benevolence did naught to protect my realm.
I feel like Otis would disagree.
But I can still take up arms and fight. If bloodshed will save my subjects, then I will become history's most brutal queen.
I keep thinking of all those scenarios where you have... and interestingly, this is kind of a gender reversal, because a lot of the time the person doing this is, like, is male. It feels like a lot of the time they are. Like you often see it with, like, the superhero, I will... My cat. Oftentimes you see it with the, like, superhero thing of, like, I don't care how many people I have to murder to... It's the villain thing, I guess. How many people I have to murder to save my sweet Susan. Susan wouldn't want this, and I don't think the Alexandrians would want this either. If the Endless were told, we will become a bloody empire so that you can keep living, they wouldn't want this. They would not. I've met them. You think the kid would want this? The kid who's paralyzed? That's asking them to take on a huge burden of assumed guilt. So the key goes up into the portal. And what comes out? I don't quite know what's happening here. It seems like that key that was
Wait.
used for fusion goes into another reflection. So she's merging with it. Her spirit is merging with it. I guess she's putting this wish into the universe and merging with that and trying to merge with that. Like her wish is that she become this new being.
Oh, Sphene.
What? Was that coincidence, or did Sphene just yoink like a bunch of the robot energy or something? That woman, Sphene, was it? In all likelihood, her true form lies in the reflection yonder. But how to go after her now? Kafkiwa might know something, but her vessel ceased to function when the portal closed. Is it that she went and Sphene... Okay, so maybe it wasn't the robot energy or whatever. Sphene was probably actually controlling a lot of the robot stuff, and maybe her going left that abandoned? Let's examine it. With luck, we will yield some much-needed clues. Alright, we will examine it. Kafkiwa's vessel shows no signs of life. Kafkiwa said she operates her vessel from afar. Could something have befallen her? Erenville, time to share. The words Sphene spoke to your mother, do they mean anything to you? Those who came from my village, none of them remembered her. Everyone has got to immediately know what that means. It's the same as what we saw happened to those, what we witnessed happened to those who knew Namika. Then Kafkiwa is... You noticed something, didn't you? Whatever it is, please tell me. Oh, right. Ishtola has the ether eyes. Yeah. When Sphene projected herself onto machines, Kafkiwa controlled hers remotely, but to me, they appeared identical in their existence. Both were inorganic objects suffused with faint amounts of ether. When their ether faded, they became lifeless husks. And as we all saw, this happened at both the moment the portal closed. So Kafkiwa was operating her vessel from the reflection Oh! Okay, so Kafkiwa is in the reflection beyond, and now that portal is closed for the moment? Wait, what? Kafkiwa was operating her vessel from the reflection beyond. Is the reflection beyond, like, the ether flow or whatever it was? The ether font? What was it called? Like, the life stream, basically? But if none of her friends and acquaintances remember her, then... Yep, Kafkiwa is an endless too. I don't need to spell it out. ... The ellipse eclipse. The endless, those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. All this time, my mother was dead. She fooled us all. Sphene, for one, does not seem to think of them in that way. No, she loves them like she does all her citizens, and she'll do anything to protect them. Such as plundering ether from the source. Alas, Zoraal Ja had his own agenda and spoiled the plan. But now that she possesses the key, she could target other reflections without our That's right, she could be going to the 4th and the 2nd. She could just be going all over the place. Reflections whose people have no idea what it is she's willing to do. Graha, then the people of the Source are not the only ones in danger. We must stop her. We have to go where Sphene has gone. I want to talk to her again, and perhaps we'll find Kafkiwa as well. With the gate closed, we'll need to find an alternate means of passage. I will look into it. Thank you. Alphino. Let us begin by investigating this place. There may be clues relating to what lies beyond. Let me help. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Anything at all. Of course, my friend. Your knowledge and expertise would be most welcome. It's a heavy burden he's got, and it's not just the backpack. Alize, I expect the investigation will take some time. Perhaps you'd like to head back below with Zoraal Ja and get some rest. Yeah, we need some to get some therapy for Zoraal Ja for like the next decade. That's not a bad idea. We do need to share these developments with those in the back room as well. His little face, he's so cute. Come on, Zoraal Ja. With his giant jelly bean head. You too, Kakushu. You've done more than your part for now, so leave this to us. So much has happened and so quickly. I'm still catching up mentally. But where it concerns Zoraal Ja, I have no regrets. I made my choice and did what I had to do. I only wish I could have stopped Sphene too. Stopped her from walking her misguided path. I definitely could use some rest. You could use some rest and some creamy alpaca pasta. The rustic homemade noodles are boiled until tender, then tossed in a pan with grilled alpaca fillet and broccoli florets in a cream sauce. That sounds delicious. Let me paint you a picture. Oh, I probably hit 100 on my... Yeah, I hit 100 on my Pictomancer. With that, we've got a new title, Knight of Alexandria. Wuklamot, a new family. Wuklamot is searching for the words to say to Shale. This would probably be a good stopping point. I do want to go for another quest or so, though. I'm really sorry, but we're not sure what happened to Kafkiwa. The others are trying to learn what they can. Shale. Oh, Kafkiwa. We'd known that such a day would come, but I wish we could have at least said goodbye. You knew then that she was already gone? We did. We all did. Kafkiwa forbade us from saying anything. She wanted to tell you herself when the time was right. I expect she was torn over how to reveal the truth to Erenville. I see. I don't think anyone can blame her for her keeping quiet. But tell me, how are the people faring? Have they forgotten Zoraal Ja already? No, they still remember him. We wonder if this might be the result of the gate at the summit being closed. This is probably one of the first times they've ever dealt with knowing someone died in that way. No, that can't be, because there are people in the society who don't have the regulators, and when they die, they're remembered. Most are unaware of the developments. They'll be relieved to hear that the king has been defeated, but at the same time, they're likely to panic if they learn that the queen has disappeared. Right now, Geode is making contact with various government bodies, but it's probably best to keep it all under wraps for a time. Agreed. Once we've resolved matters, I'll explain everything to the people. I consider it my duty. As to Zoraal Ja's mechanical army, what's become of them now that he's gone? They're probably just sitting dead, right? Sitting, like, useless? They belong to Zoraal Ja. That's the legacy he gave him. What an inheritance. At the time we suspect that Zoraal Ja passed, the king's authority appears to have been transferred to Zoraal Ja. That is a heavy burden for anyone, let alone a little baby bowling ball head like that. You mean to say Zoraal Ja is the new king? While a coronation is required to make it official, for the moment, the system recognizes him as his father's successor. I don't know that you want to necessarily institute a hereditary monarchy if you can avoid it. Zoraal Ja is adorable, but, like, again, I'm not a monarchist, so I don't think it's a good idea. But I don't want this. I don't want to be king. Be better than Sultana. That's right. You go, Zoraal Ja. It's not a decision you have to make right away, but given that the authority comes with command of the army, you can't give it up lightly either. That's right, he does have to hold on to it for now. Can he delegate it to Wook? But that's probably... Can he just destroy the friggin' things? Say, into the scrap heap, go power the Endless with your bodies? I don't know. We can think on it together later, but for now, I want you to hold on to it, to what your father has left of you. It's not like he left him, like, his favorite hunting socks. I've never hunted. I don't know if hunting socks are a thing. Like, it's not just... You can't just treat it like he left you the family house and, you know, you may want to sell it, but you may want to keep it. Some good memories there. He left you an army of robots. Like, if you say so. Are you alright, Lamati? Huh. What is this? Why can't I... God! She's trying to remember something, but can't. Who's she trying to remember? And why can't she? Despite everything that's... Zoraal Ja is not the only one who needs mental health help. Despite everything that's happened, all the things, terrible things my brother did, I don't know how to feel towards him. What's wrong with me? It's wildly complex. Perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal. Excuse me. You think so? I'll take your word for it. Shale. For now, we have things under control. Why not return to Tural and rest up while the others handle the investigation? Yeah, check in with Kona. In times of grief, it's good to have family to lean on. You know, I think I'll do that. It'll be good to see how things are at home and catch up with Kona. The head bonk. Hey, why don't the two of you come too? Wah! Wah! He's never been to, that world. But won't everyone hate me? No one will hate you. Of course not. They might be a little unsure at first, but I'll set them straight. Besides, I really want to introduce you to Kona as new family. Really? Yeah, you got a whole bunch of family. Really? If you're fine with it? I am! His cuteness is a cheat code in this game. Then let's be off. We'll head directly to the palace to see Kona. Oh, Volok Shunsa. Wasn't one of his big abilities that Zoraal Ja did during the fight something like that? Like Volok something? I didn't make that connection. Until just now. I don't remember what Volok Shunsa means. I'm sure they told us, like, back during the tour.
You are returned! Wait there! I'm coming down!
Did they ever say why time didn't move, why time is now moving equally in both our world and that world, and the merged world over there? I'm fine if they don't say it, if it's...
What happened inside the dome?
If it's just a game mechanic thing, I'm totally fine with it, where they, you know, now No, and again, my theory is that the tunnel connecting them has made that synchronicity. I don't know. Yeah, why did I get here ahead of her? I guess I warped.
So my brother is gone. Yet the danger remains. And you must soon sally forth unto an unknown reality.
Hey, Kona!
Now that I think about it, wasn't the final area in Final Fantasy IX like Memoria or something? Memories played a huge role in that game.
Namachi.
People being uploaded to different
Is this
bodies.
boy, perhaps.
I don't remember a lot of the mechanics behind like how that game resolved, but I know there was a lot of shenanigans around Zidane and what's his name, the villain with flair. Really good villain, I just don't remember his name.
This is Zoraal Ja's son, Zoraal Ja.
I see. Time did flow differently inside the dome. If he is our brother's child, then
And who's the mother?
Zoraal Ja, was it? My name is Kona,
I
and I am Namachi's brother.
seem to be the only one asking that question. Was the... Yeah, I don't know who it was. It'll probably come at some point, because how could nobody ask it?
Brother?
I just don't know where they're going to go with it.
None more dependable than Kona. He's family, and he'll take good care of you.
Unless, I mean... Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
A pleasure to meet you, Zoraal Ja.
A pleasure to meet you too, Uncle Kona.
Well, I suppose I am your uncle.
That's right.
But simply Kona will do.
Is she Auntie Wook?
You're all confused, and little wonder. Rest assured, all will be explained in due course. But for now, I want to make one thing clear. Zoraal Ja is his own person. He had no part in his father's crimes. If you have anger towards Zoraal Ja you need to express, Kona and I will gladly hear you. But you will treat Zoraal Ja as you would any child, with kindness.
And if you don't treat him with kindness, like, do you see the size of Wook's axe? It's pretty big.
As we should. The boy's done no wrong.
He didn't even grow up with the
vow of
father.
resolve speaks true.
Apologies
So,
for the yawns. It's very late at
Will you
night for
tell
me.
me what happened? Grahatia has given me a summary, but I would hear your detailed account.
Can we walk while we chat? I want to see how things are in the city.
In that case, let us make our way to Bright Plume Post. Our soldiers remain on high alert, but if the threat of invasion has passed, I will bid them take a well-earned rest.
brother's invasion has passed for the moment, and I do think that she's probably just going to seek easier pastures, easier soul farming, soul grinding spots. But she knows we know where she is. We have access directly to Alexandria, so there's going to be a confrontation at some point. It was indeed Zoraal Ja's realm inside the dome. A realm he ruled jointly with Sphene. He as the King of Resolve and she the Queen of Reason. Just like you and me here. Though their people live very different lives compared to ours, but like us, they live them to the fullest. And Sphene is a big part of that. She's a considerate and approachable ruler who treats everyone as family. You and her must have gotten along well. We did, but out of love for her people, she's chosen the wrong path. They're good folk, the Alexandrians. They welcomed us into their homes and treated us with kindness and respect. But Zoraal Ja slaughtered them, slaughtered those he was meant to protect for his own ends. And the ends, I can't get over how small they were. I don't even say that as a bad thing, because it's not an unrealistic portrayal of someone's, like, you just get, it's just that he got so obsessed with himself, almost to the same degree, and not just with himself, with everyone's image of himself and living up to it and breaking through it. Just that was like dealing with that was the focus. Just as now, like for Sphene, the be all end all is not surpass Dad. It's protect everyone in Alexandria and give them as long lives as possible. When his attack on Tural failed, Zoraal Ja sought to gain more power, so he ordered his people executed and harvested their souls. What drove him to commit such an atrocity? He claimed he wanted to bring the entire world under his dominion, but that was just a means to achieve his true desire. His desire was to teach the people the true meaning of peace. I still can't believe they went for that with that as long as they did. It was such a ridiculous motive, even in the short term. Zoraal Ja. My grandfather, he was a great person, right? Maybe my father wanted to prove he was his own person. That he wasn't just a great person, son. He didn't want to prove he was his own person. He wanted to prove he was a better than his father. That's different from being his own person. I dare say you're right. As the resilient son, our father's true-born heir, he bore the weight of expectation. That weight was clearly greater than any of us had imagined. That's absolutely true, and it's a reasonable thing for him. It's absolutely a realistic and reasonable motivation. It very much is. I wish we'd gotten more of it before that fight. That probably was why he was who he was, and why he didn't want me. Damn it all. If only we had tried harder to reach out to him. He wasn't good. Let's keep moving. He wasn't. Have you met him? He wasn't at all going to be accepting of outreach. I can't imagine. I think this was all on him. Like, I don't think there was anything you could have done. I don't think the more birthday presents, more like hugs, more talking. I think he was gonna be. He was so locked into that. I don't know how you go. If you go back in time, I don't know what you do to help him. I don't know what, by you, I mean Wook. I don't know what Wook does to help him. I'll bet there's more that, I think the answer would have had to come from Zoraal Ja. Zoraal Ja had become unimaginably powerful. It was only with Kakushu's help that we managed to defeat him. And now I have a responsibility to the people of Alexandria. And above all, to Zoraal Ja. I promised, didn't I? I wanted us to become family. And it isn't only out of obligation. Since I've gotten to know you, I've come to really like you. She's a great aunt. You might not be my nephew by blood, but we're family to the end. We'll always be there to help each other, isn't that right? Right. Yeah, give him some of the responsibility. I love that. You too, Kakushu. After everything we've been through, we're already as good as family. What? What do you mean, what? The more family you have, the merrier, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the barracks. Oh, you gotta deliver some... I am super curious how Bright Plume Post will think of him. They've got to see him as just a betrayer. They've got to see Zoraal Ja as just pure betrayal. Like, they've got to hate him. I'm glad I could hear what happened in the dome. But I'm sorry you had to bear such a heavy burden, Lamati. Don't be. As Val resolved, it was something I had to do. Besides, it was your ingenious strategy that kept Tural safe. Asking you to rule with me was definitely one of my better ideas. It was a great idea. If this were a chess move, 2 exclamation points. It was because we all fought as one that we could repel the invaders, and then only with the aid of Ritra and his kin. Who, I thank you for pointing out in the comments that was his sister, Ashdaya. I forgot that. I just forgot about Ashdaya. Thanks to Alphino and Estinian for interceding for us, we were able to swiftly forge an alliance with Razathan. And when the dragons appeared in our skies, I felt that this was it. The Tural you had envisioned. We owe your new allies a great debt, and I hope we can one day repay them. Indeed. Once I've dealt with matters, we should go and thank them in person. Patch content? Kukushu told me as much, but you still have work to do, yes? Yes, I need to find Sphene. She harmed our people so that her own might live. But as I was raging at her deeds, I realized something. Just because Tural is safe doesn't mean I can ignore what becomes of Alexandria. The kind of thinking that led to conflict in the old days. It's like a form of anti-nationalism that she's supporting, and I love it. I want to help the Alexandrian people live in peace and happiness. The only way to do that is to stop Sphene from walking her path. Very well, Amati. Just promise me you will take care. I promise, Kona. Pigeon has arrived. While I had anticipated this, I still can't help but worry. I'm sorry I might have to go away so soon, but even setting Sphene aside, some of our own people may be among the endless. I can't just sit around and leave everything to the others. I understand. I have matters here well in hand, so do what you must. Kukushu, for all you've done for us, for our nation and our family, I fear I can never express sufficient gratitude, but thank you, from the bottom of my heart. You are welcome, and thank you for the roast Ronek. Thin slices of Ronek chuck, seasoned and slow roasted for hours until tender. That sounds delicious. And that's also where we're gonna wrap up. So thank you for watching. This was great. The fight, God, that was one of my favorite trials. Like, full stop mechanically. I love that one. And, oh, goodbye, Pigeon. And, yeah, I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this as they come out. And I'll see you next time with the quest called In Pursuit of Sphene. Bye-bye.